Customs and immigration officers continued with their protest today. It was their last-ditch attempt to draw government attention to their concerns. Janaea Noel Ferguson has details of their Rawson Square protest.
Customs and immigration officers say they're dead serious about continuing their strike action, claiming that the government has not held its end of the bargain and now a national strike is possible.
So those workers in the public service, man, listen, that is looming. That is looming. And the path we're on, that is almost imminent. But we're talking about the people in the public service, not just customs and immigration, you know. These people work all year, man. Give them something for Jesus' sake. You can dissolve the house and don't give them nothing?
For the past several days, Defense Force officers have had to man the various ports of entry. According to Vice President of Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union Sloan Smith, this is now a national security concern.
If the government is saying that they prefer untrained persons in the booth, and that doesn't mean they are not skilled in their respective areas. They're just fish out of water, and really the government is victimizing them, in our opinion. Why would you put them in that position? When you could simply come and talk to these people, talk to their leadership, and solve the issues. That is a national security threat.
Meanwhile, protests continued throughout the day. Union Executive Alma Wim says despite claims that their actions are politically motivated, this is something that they have been agitating for months now.
We are tired begging, we are tired asking, we're tired pleading, and so now we're taking action.
Immigration and customs officers claim poor working conditions and the implementation of a new shift system, which are just some of the issues which demand immediate attention.
We have warned the public. The public had ample time that a strike was pending, and it's finally here.
Now, customs and immigration officers gathered at Rawson Square in a last-ditch attempt to get the government's attention as they met in cabinet to announce the next general election. However, those attempts were made in vain. We'll just have to wait and see what happens after this. Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNS News.
Now, in response to the ongoing industrial action by the Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union, Prime Minister Hubert Ingram said the government is preparing for the country's general elections with the hopes that the people will return them to office. And with that in mind, he says they'll not get involved with any sideshows.
I have no idea what the matter is because nobody has brought to my attention any matter that is outstanding, that is deserving of consideration by the government. I met with Customs and Immigration, and they left my office with an understanding, and as far as I was concerned, that was the end of the matter. All of these new things that they're now talking about are not matters that they have brought to my attention. I think it's a political exercise.
Now, while there were some 80 to 150 officers away from their posts, department heads have confirmed to ZNS News that most officers were at work. But executives of the union say the U.S. Embassy should be concerned that the ports are not being manned by trained immigration and customs officers, but Defense Force personnel. The Prime Minister responded this way to that.
The system has been functioning quite well. Passengers are being landed, goods are being cleared. The government's revenue is being collected in a timely manner, and as far as we are concerned, it is normal.
Meantime, Nassau Airport Development Company officials told ZNS News today that a full complement of customs officers were in place at the Lynden Pinling International Airport. However, Defense Force officers were still manning the immigration posts. Meantime, with more than 6,000 passengers moving through LPIA today, NAT officials say flights were on schedule and travelers were processed in a timely fashion.